Okay then guys, I've done all the testing. I've tried native lenses, loads of them, EF lenses, vintage lenses. I've tried a lot of lenses over the last few years on my GH4 and my GH5, and I'm here to tell you what is the best lens. Out of all of them, what is the best lens? Okay, now as we all know, regardless of what type of thing you're filming, landscape, portrait, action sports, you know, there's going to be one lens that does everything. There's going to be one lens that you have to own. So are you ready for it? Do you want to see what it is? Okay, here we go. So this is a Fujian. Let's just zoom in so you can get a better look. There we go. This is a lens out of China, and it's a fast lens. It's a f1.7, 35mm, which, as you know, covers every type of shooting you're ever going to need, so it's a perfect focal length. F1.7 is nice and fast. It has a clickless aperture, so that basically is perfect for video use, so you can do your exposure changes with the aperture on the fly. It has full manual focus, so none of this fly-by-wire nonsense. Full metal construction, solid. It's the perfect lens. It's the perfect lens. Just should also note that you will need an adapter. You can pick up one of these for full metal for about £2 online, and you can pick up the lens itself for the handsome sum of around about £20, maybe £15 or $20 second hand, that kind of price range. So there you go, that is the perfect lens. So that's all you need to know. There you go, the perfect lens. Get that lens, it's brilliant. Oh, you want to know some more? Okay, well, I'll tell you what we'll do. Oh, excuse me while I zoom out. We'll do some comparisons just so you can see exactly how good it is. So we need another great lens to compare this to, obviously. Similar fast lens. So let's compare the Fujian to a Nocticron. Now this is a 42.5mm f1.2. Now it already has a couple of disadvantages. It has the terrible fly-by-wire focus, so your focus pulls you're going to struggle on this lens with your focus pulls. It has this antiquated clicked aperture, which you know, is obviously nowhere near as good as the clickless that you're getting on the Fujian there. It's a bit faster, f1.2, so it has that over it. It's a lot bigger and heavier, and also this one is over £1,000 more in cost, so you know, sort of $1,500 or whatever it is in America, I've no idea, but you know, so this is substantially more expensive than this one, so it has that disadvantage as well. So there you go. Oh, one other advantage this one does have, it does have inbuilt stabilization, which allows you dual stabilization with the GH5, but just give you stabilization to the GH4, which doesn't have IBIS in there. So there you go. In terms of focal length, you know, they're not a million miles away. 35, 42.5. This is obviously going to be a bit tighter. This is going to be slightly faster, but as you can tell, I've picked two lenses here that are, you know, they're very, very similar in lots of ways. So let's do some I'll show you a couple of shots, and I think I'll let you decide for yourselves which is the better lens. You know, let's face it, it's the Fujian, but let's show you some shots, and you know, I'll let you decide for yourselves. Okay, so this is clearly some really important testing, and a lot of you guys are going to want to know exactly the results here, so I don't want to leave anything to chance. So I've set up this very scientific little scene for you, and I've measured the distances perfectly, so I get everything bang on, and you know, there's no margin for error in my testing. So as you can see, the Nocticron on the left there is a bit tighter than the 35mm Fujian, however you pronounce it. On the right there, but that's the difference. You can see it's just you know, carving away a few pixels off the edge there. It's not a hugely different focal length, but there you go. So let's have a little bit of pixel peeping. Let's get into 100% here. So this is with both lenses wide open. This is the Nocticron at f1.2 on the left there, and the Fujian at f1.7 on the right there. As you can see, you know, the Nocticron's got a slight sharpness edge. You know, let's not beat around the bush here. It does have a little bit of an edge over the Fujian, but I mean, you know, that's where your money's going with the sharpness wide open. Let's make it slightly fairer. Let's get the Nocticron at f1.7 to match the f-stop of the Fujian. And yeah, as you can see, it's still pretty damn sharp on the left there, and
Yeah, the Fujian's looking a little bit washed out and a little bit sloppy. It kind of looks like someone's taken a photo through the bottom of a beer bottle, to be honest. But you know, we'll carry on. Let's have a look at both the f4. Now here you go. Now how actually the Fujian's really starting to sharpen up now. Now I genuinely, you know, I'm not joking. Now that actually looks okay. It might have a little bit of a washing out of the colours and there's not too much contrast, but it's actually reasonably sharp at f4. So you know, let's give it some credit where credit's due. And finally, let's have a quick look at f8. This is, with some lenses, this is often, you know, the sort of sharpest f-stop number. It just depends on the lens, obviously, but and they're both lovely and sharp at f8. So so there you go. That gives you a good old look at the sharpness and the sort of the image you're going to get out of both these lenses. Now which one do you want to buy? That's up to you. It's not for me to tell you what I think, but clearly, if we have a look at the Nocticron on the Lumix, it just looks ridiculous. It's big and heavy. It actually sticks out below the camera, so it's hard to get it onto base plates and things like that easily. So, you know, there's an awful lot of problems with this lens. I don't quite know how you know, Panasonic are justifying the extortionate price. And then if we have a look at the nice little Fujian, now look at that. Now that looks cool. If you go walking down the street and you're taking photographs with a lens like that, everyone's going to know that you are hung like a fucking horse, because let's face it, you've got nothing to prove with a lens like that on your camera. Yet another big plus for the Fujian. So there you go, guys. That's my my summary. You've seen the tests. You know the facts. We've got clickless aperture. We've got full manual focus. We've got compact size, easy on the wallet price, easy on the eye. You know, a lovely, full of character image coming out of that lens. You know, what are you waiting for? Pick up the phone, or I don't know, do you do that? I don't know, pick up your mouse and buy it. Buy it now, because it's clearly the best lens you can buy for your GH5. Anyway, guys, I hope this was incredibly useful for you, and you know, no doubt I've educated a lot of GH5 owners out there, a hell of a lot. So you know, this video probably deserves maybe 8 thumbs up and maybe sort of 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 subscriptions. So yeah, see how it goes. But you know, clearly I've earned my money this time with this video. So you know, you don't get these little gems of information on other, you know, lackluster channels where they just compare like for like, lens for lens. But here we're comparing two, you know, behemoths, absolute, you know, monsters of lenses side by side for you, and you can clearly see which is the winner. Anyway, guys, peace out. I hope that was useful.